Welcome to our channel. Today we explore a story that gripped the heart of Los Angeles and remained a mystery for over 2 decades. Join us as we unravel the case of Sherri Rasmussen, a tale of loss, justice, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Born on February 7, 1957, Sherri Rasmussen was a figure of hope and boundless compassion, deeply rooted in a family that cherished love and kindness. Her journey into nursing began astonishingly early, as she graduated college at the age of 16, showcasing an unparalleled dedication to helping those in need. By her 20s, Sherri's remarkable talents and ceaseless effort had seen her ascend to the role of Director of Critical Care Nursing. Her leadership was not just about positions, it was about saving lives and inspiring a collective pursuit of compassion and excellence within the healthcare community. Sherri and John Ruetten's paths crossed in university, leading to a deep shared connection. This bond culminated in their marriage on November 23, 1985, a union that celebrated not just their love but their mutual aspirations and dreams. On a regular day in February 1986, everything seemed normal for the couple. John Ruetten left for work at 7:20 a.m., while Sherri Rasmussen pondered calling in sick to avoid a motivational speech she dreaded at work. She hadn't decided yet when John left. Throughout the day, John tried calling Sherri several times, but she didn't pick up. This was unusual for her and made John worried. Even her sister couldn't get through. When John called Sherri's workplace, they confirmed she'd called in sick. Coming home, filled with worry, John noticed Sherri's car was not there. Stepping inside, he encountered a silence that was deeply wrong. His search led to a heartbreaking discovery. Sherri was found in their living room, taken by violence, in what should have been their safe haven. Police were called to start a search for answers. At first, people thought maybe a burglary had gone terribly wrong. The shock of Sherri's loss reached far, touching not just those who knew her, but many who would come to know her story. Police started investigating the case. At first, LAPD thought as well that this may be a burglary that had gone terribly wrong. The scene they found was shocking. Sherri was found shot 3 times, with signs everywhere that she and someone else had struggled a lot. A broken vase and a big cupboard in the dining room were tipped over. It seemed like Sherri had been hit on the head with the vase before she was shot. One shot was very close up. They also found a quilt with bullet marks on it, which looked like it was used to keep the gunshots quiet. A bite mark on Sherri's arm was also found, and they took a sample from it. After checking everything, the detectives thought Sherri indeed walked in on a burglar. She was dressed like she wasn't planning to go out, suggesting she wasn't expecting anyone. Some electronics were stacked near the garage door, making it seem like the thief was trying to steal them. The police guessed this is when Sherri found them. Even though jewelry and electronics were left, only Sherri's car and their marriage license were missing. The car was found a week later without any clues. Despite no strong evidence for a burglary, the police stuck to that idea. Another robbery happened nearby after Sherri's murder, with the thief possibly having a gun like the one used on Sherri. The person who got away from that robbery couldn't confirm if it was the same kind of gun, but the police still thought a burglary gone wrong was what happened to Sherri. As the police kept looking into the burglary idea, many questions remained. The truth about what happened to Sherri seemed far from being discovered. As the years passed, the mystery of Sherri Rasmussen's murder remained unsolved, casting a long shadow of uncertainty. Her father, Nels Rasmussen, refused to accept the stagnant progress of the investigation, convinced that Sherri's death was not the result of a botched robbery. As initially suggested due to her known strength and fitness, he advocated tirelessly for a deeper look into the case. Nels's determination faced resistance at first, but his unwavering commitment to finding the truth began to influence the direction of the inquiry. In a pivotal move in 1993, he offered to finance DNA testing himself, signaling his profound belief in the potential of scientific advancements to reveal the perpetrator. The police, initially reluctant without a clear suspect in mind, could not yet act on his offer. However, by 2004, forensic science had evolved significantly, allowing investigators to re-examine the physical evidence with fresh eyes and advanced technology. While the quest for answers in Sherri Rasmussen's case seemed to wane over the years, a resurgence of hope emerged from the depths of despair. The relentless pursuit of justice by Sherri's family, coupled with a reinvigorated commitment from the LAPD to solve cold cases, breathed new life into an investigation that had long been stagnant. A crucial element, once sidelined, a sample of DNA evidence from the crime scene, became the focal point. With the landscape of forensic science evolving rapidly, this once overlooked evidence stood ready to cast a revealing light on the shadows that had obscured the truth for so long. The turning point came unexpectedly. A routine audit of cold cases prompted a re-evaluation of the physical evidence collected at Sherri's home. Among the items, a bite mark on Sherri, previously thought to be a minor detail, held the key. At the time of the murder, DNA technology was not as advanced, but decades later, this same evidence spoke volumes. When analysts ran the DNA from the bite mark through the updated system, they discovered it belonged to a female, a detail that contradicted the initial burglary theory. Attention shifted dramatically with this revelation. The puzzle pieces began to align when investigators learned of a previously dismissed angle, a tumultuous triangle involving Sherri, her husband John Ruetten, and Stephanie Lazarus, his ex-girlfriend. Despite Lazarus's commendable career in law enforcement, her connection to Ruetten and a series of confrontations with Sherri prior to the murder suddenly cast her in a suspicious light. The decision to discreetly monitor Lazarus was a calculated move. Detectives followed her, capturing the moment she discarded a soda cup. A simple action that turned out to be her downfall. The DNA from that cup matched the evidence from Sherri's murder scene exactly, irrefutably pointing to Lazarus as the assailant. This moment was not just about technological prowess, but about connecting the dots within a narrative that had remained incomplete for too long. Suddenly, the investigation took a turn into uncharted waters, when one of their own, Stephanie Lazarus, became the prime suspect. Her arrest was a testament to the unwavering resolve of Sherri Rasmussen's family and a poignant reminder that justice, though often slow, is inevitable. This pivotal moment marked a period of reflection and change within the LAPD, challenging the department to look inward and strive for improvement. With Lazarus's arrest, a wave of complex emotions enveloped Sherri's family and rippled through the community. The culmination of years filled with waiting and hoping was deeply influenced by Nels Rasmussen's relentless pursuit of justice for his daughter. The trial that followed revealed a complex web of emotions and actions, shedding new light on Lazarus. Her inability to move past her relationship with John Ruetten, which ultimately led to Sherri's tragic death, was exposed for all to see. The bite mark DNA emerged as a silent but irrefutable witness to her guilt, culminating in her conviction for first-degree murder in March 2012. Lazarus was sentenced to 27 years to life in prison after 20 years, bringing a measure of peace to Sherri's family. This case stands as a testament to the steadfast hand of justice, highlighting the critical role of persistence and the transformative power of forensic science. Advances in technology have not only revolutionized the way crimes are solved, but also have breathed new life into cold cases, offering hope where there was none. In the wake of this landmark case, the community's perception of the LAPD and the criminal justice system was inevitably altered. The public scrutiny and dialogue prompted by the trial have spurred calls for increased transparency and accountability within law enforcement. Today, Sherri Rasmussen's legacy lives on, not just in the memories of those who knew and loved her, but also in the ongoing efforts to improve investigative practices and victim advocacy. Her story is a powerful reminder of the resilience required in the quest for truth and the importance of never losing hope, no matter how daunting the path to justice may seem. After the trial concluded and justice was served, Stephanie Lazarus's story took another significant turn. In November 2023, a surprising development emerged. Stephanie Lazarus was recommended for parole by a select committee, a decision that shocked many. This recommendation has reignited debates on parole eligibility and the standards for law enforcement accountability. Rasmussen's family and her widower, John Ruetten, voiced their disbelief and pain at the parole hearing, underscoring the contrast between the years Lazarus lived freely and their prolonged grief. This recommendation by the parole board is merely the initial phase in a comprehensive review process, which could eventually lead to Lazarus's release. The final decision, which involves further evaluation by the California Parole Board and potentially Governor Gavin Newsom, is anticipated to be made in 2024. As we await this determination, the case continues to evoke strong discussions about justice, redemption, and the lasting impact of loss. As we continue to follow this case, we are reminded of the complex interplay between justice, law enforcement, and the personal stories at the heart of legal battles. What are your thoughts on the parole process for high-profile cases such as this? We welcome your insights and discussions in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay informed on this story and more. Thank you for watching.